Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into the story of an accountant who, after 22 years of what I'm sure was perfect logical decision-making, does something that just, well, it doesn't add up. And trust me, it has absolutely nothing to do with spreadsheets.
And this quote right here is the key. I mean, think about it. 22 years of everything being in its right place, every column balanced, every number accounted for. And then, this. One single act that makes zero sense. So what could possibly push a man of numbers so far off the ledger?
So it all starts at a very specific time, 2:17 in the morning. Our accountant, Marcus, walks in the door, and you guessed it, his wife, Keisha, is waiting for him. This is exactly where our story really kicks off.
Okay, so let's break down the scene here. We've got Marcus, a CPA for over 2 decades. This is a guy who lives by rules and reason, right? But the clues just don't fit. He's home super late, he's got this weird smirk on his face, and he smells like antiseptic and ink. Yeah, these aren't just random details. They're the first big signs that something is seriously off.
And Keisha, she just cuts right to the chase. She's got the facts. There is a 7-hour hole in his story. Now, for a man who probably accounts for every single minute of his workday, this is a massive red flag. You can just feel the tension cranking up. All right, so Marcus has to say something. He has to explain himself. But his answer, well, it doesn't clear anything up. In fact, it just makes everything a whole lot weirder.
And there it is, a tattoo. I mean, for a guy like Marcus, that's pretty out of character, right? It's unexpected, but, it's still possible. Or so it seems.
So Keisha's immediate reaction is exactly what you'd expect. Total disbelief. She goes right into detective mode, searching for the evidence. She checks all the usual spots, arms, neck, but nothing. The data doesn't support his claim. So what's going on? Is he lying?
Okay. And here is the twist. The reason Keisha can't find it is because of where it is. Marcus explains the tattoo is somewhere she definitely wasn't looking. And with that little piece of information, this story officially goes from just plain strange to completely off the rails.
And this, right here, this is the heart of the matter. Keisha just sums it all up perfectly. How do you square those two things? The buttoned-up professional numbers guy and this incredibly bizarre, impulsive, and frankly ridiculous decision. The two just do not compute.
Now we get to the absolute core of our whole case study here, the man's own rationale. Because, you see, in his mind, this wasn't an irrational act at all. Oh no, he has a clear, structured, 4-point argument to justify it.
And here it is, the accountant's justification. Laid out like it's a quarterly business report, you almost have to appreciate the structure. He tries to build this logical case, but each point is just an increasingly terrible pun. He's literally taken the language of finance and applied it in the most absurd way you could possibly imagine. This is his grand defense.
So, how does Keisha react to this logic? Yeah, the answer is not well. We're about to see the immediate, real-world consequences of Marcus's so-called explanation.
5 seconds. That's it. That's the amount of time it took for Keisha to process what he just said. It's that moment of pure cognitive overload, where your brain is trying and just failing to make sense of the information it just received.
And this is the result of that overload. It's a severe physical reaction. His logic was so profoundly illogical that it literally short-circuited her system. She heard it, and her brain just shut down.
And in that moment, you can hear Marcus's tone just shift instantly. The pride and the smirk from his 4-point presentation are gone, completely replaced by pure panic. Suddenly, the consequences of his decision have become starkly physically real.
And that's where this part of the story leaves us, with Keisha's simple, pleading question. It's a wild story for sure, but it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? About the strange logic people can build for themselves, and those bizarre moments where our personal and professional lives crash into each other in the most unexpected ways possible.